Yes! How you guys doing today? CP here. Got something a little different for you today. Today I wanted to put out a little video, not about any sets, not about any bedding styles. I've been watching a lot of videos from Mudslide Mac, and you know, the guy is wise beyond his years. I don't know, maybe it's right in his years. I don't know. But he's saying a lot of things. Oh yes, I like that. A lot of things that just make a lot of sense. And it got me thinking, okay, so we all have seen videos that have to do with bedding styles, you know, different bedding techniques, different sorts of dice sets, different kinds of throws, all these different elements of craps, which are fascinating. They're fun, they're awesome, they're great to learn, they need to learn. But something I think that has gone terribly underutilized is the purpose to control any sort of play. And of course, what do I mean by play? What I mean by play is as soon as the dice land, which by the way, remember that first throw, that was a good one. As soon as the dice land, they're going to crash, they're going to go into the wall, and what this wall is designed to do is scatter the dice. One's going to go this way, one's going to go that way, and you're at the mercy of the craps gods at that time. You're just going to get what you're going to get. Our job, I think, is to use 3 key points to control that play. The 3 points are going to be, in my humble opinion, are going to be, it doesn't matter what you set the dice to. Could be anything. Anything at all. You know, you're going to have your favorite grip. Some people like the 3-finger grip. Some people like the 2-finger pinch. Some people like the ice tong. Some people like the stack. Some people like the Yuri. You know, regardless of how you're gripping it, regardless of what your dice set is, there's one key factor you cannot ignore. Oh, there's another good one. I don't care what the dice set is, what I end with, like this is a 7, I don't care. I didn't set my dice, I'm not doing anything special. So the end result, the number, is not going to matter in this exercise. What this exercise is solely designed for are things to think about to control the play. I want the dice to hit, touch the wall, and come off. We're talking 6 inches to maybe 9 inches. That's our diameter. If we can land our dice, get them to come to rest within a 6 to 9 inch diameter, then we have done our job. Again, this is my humble opinion. Excuse me. This is my humble opinion to help improve our odds of being a winner. Damn it. If you cannot control the play of the dice after you land the dice, then it's all for naught. You're just kind of pushing, you know, shooting everything to the breeze. But here's what I'm finding, guys. Whatever your grip is, whatever your dice set is, I'm not setting the dice to anything specific. Whatever it is, the landing zone will matter. See that? No play. No play. There's a few things that I think are the key factors here. The landing zone. Anybody that has watched any of my videos knows that I have struggled heavily with landing zone. And I'm sorry, guys. Anybody that says, just find your landing zone and hit it. Well, it's not that easy now, is it? At least it's not for me. And I wonder if you have the same problem, don't fret. It's okay. It happens to us all. Not all of us can just pick a point on the table and launch it to that point every single time. It's not going to happen. It's okay, guys. I struggle with it too. I struggle with it heavily, even now. But the key is radius. where is that landing zone that you're wanting it to be? Just somewhere in that radius. You're not going to find that little dot on the table and nail it every time. Nope. So key number 1 is landing zone. It's very important. Key number 2 is strength. Your job is to treat the dice like it's a young child. That was not right. I landed way too close to the wall. So this dice, you can't really tell here. I know it's out of the shot, but it's right over this way a little bit. So that has about 1.5 feet diameter. I missed the landing zone on that, and that's why key number 1, landing zone, is it's drastically important. It is something that you need to pay attention to and to concentrate on for sure. The strength comes into it because, you might like to go hard into it, lots of play. Now that one I got lucky. Those stayed together real nice. But the harder you launch them into the wall, the harder you're going to hit this alligator skin. The harder you hit that skin, they are going to scatter and go all over the place. And as soon as they begin to scatter, you have lost all your influence, all your control that you've worked up into that point. It's gone. It's out the window. You're at the mercy of whatever the dice are going to be. So, key factor 2 is strength. The key factor number 3, and it's my weakest point, keeping the dice uniform, keeping the dice together. It's going to be the uniformity of the dice, keeping them together in the air, making them become one solid unit. I, unfortunately, have a bad case of having the dice go off. One dice is, rotating back. The other dice is rotating to the side. It's a skill that takes practice and a lot of concentration, a lot of hard work. But it's possible. You can control that as much as you can. With those 3 things, we're talking landing zone, the strength, and rotation, or keeping the dice as much as you can on axis. Keeping them on this axis. With that in combination, you can have better play control. And when you have better play control, that was not right. When you have better play control, you will have more influence on what the dice will be. The whole point of this is to hit repeat numbers, to make those points as much as possible. So that one stayed together pretty well. That was about 1 foot in between. Something else I want to mention also is, depending where you are on the table, where should you hit? A lot of people aim for the center of the back wall, which is fine, but if you're standing in the hook going to the center, that means that you're going to be coming in at an angle. When you come in at an angle, you also will have the potential of scattering, and that's what we're trying to avoid. When you come in soft, hopefully they'll hit right here at the first 2 top, or the first 2 bottom of the teeth, and that will help them just hit and die. When you're shooting at an angle into this, there's a lot of things that might come into play for the good or for the bad. Some people can throw into the hook, and some throws are designed to throw into the hook, and that's fine, but I think that's kind of advanced. When you're standing at the table, whether you're at stick left 1 or right 1, you want to shoot close to your side of the hook, but not into the hook itself for most throws. You want to shoot just at the outside of that hook, and that gives you the straightest possible place to land your dice, and that's just going to benefit your roll. I would avoid the hooks if at all possible. If you're in the back of the middle of the table, you want to shoot for the middle of the table on here. Something straight out to you is my point. So for instance, I'm on stick left 1. I'm 9 feet away. Something to think about is your landing zone. The further your landing zone is going to be, the more your dice is going to go up into the air, and the more things are, could potentially go wrong with your throw, unless it's designed to do that. The closer you are, the less bounce height your dice will have going into this skin. So you don't want it too close, but you don't want it too far away, unless, again, that's what your roll is designed to do. But the point is, if you land too far away, you're going to have a lot of play going into the wall, which isn't a good thing, and then coming off that wall, it's nothing but just randomized play. I want to say this when it comes to dice control, calling it dice control. There are a lot of things that we can control. We can control the set. We can control how we can grip the dice. We can control where that landing zone should be. We can control a lot of things. Once those dice hit the table, there's a lot of our control that goes out. What I like to refer to this as is dice influence. I like to use dice influence more so than I say dice control, because I think dice control, it can be easily misconstrued. You have people that say you can't control the dice. See, I went way too forceful into that wall. So one dice came bouncing back, the other one didn't. No, we can't, we're not mind controlling the dice. We're not making the dice, rotate two rotations when the other one we're making go 2 or 1. It's not like that. What we're doing is influencing the dice to do what we want it to do. So I like to say dice influence more so than control, because it's not so misconstrued. See, right now I'm landing them way too hard, and therefore they're scattering. And the scattering is not what we want. So let's do this. Let's try and make a nice gentle throw. Oh gosh! See that? Sexy! Something to think about, guys, is play. How can we avoid all kinds of play? Dice shooting off in different directions, that's not good. Soft landing, easy landing, softly into the wall, and therefore you will have less play. When you have less play, you can influence the dice to do what you want it to do, and that means more numbers hit, more points hit, more money in your pocket. Food for thought, guys. So take it as you will. I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps your game. Use it, practice it, love it, caress it, feel it. Until next time, guys, CrapsPlayer is out.